So, anytime Donald Trump does anything with black people, we should just automatically assume it's fake. So you've seen the videos, Trump dropping by this Chick-fil-A in the Atlanta University Center, and he gives this black woman a hug, and oh Lord, MAGA has been just excited, and oh, look at the black people just loving on Trump, and look at this here. And like, so here's one of the videos. They were like, look who popped by the AUC, and while he was in Atlanta. Let me start this over so I can play it for y'all, because it's actually, to me, it's pretty hilarious. And I'm going to pull up in a second, so give me, I'm trying to pull it up. And so again, the way folks have played this is that this was just a surprise visit, and he dropped by, and he's coming by and look, and then of course, folks at Fox News, they love running with it, and that boy Lawrence B. Jones, who ain't never seen a fact he refuses to check. He just, fact checking evades Lawrence B. Jones like a haircut, and so check this out. Watch this here.
Thank you, everybody. And if they run a little bit low, give them some extras, okay? Are you the boss?
No, sir. No.
Come here. Thank you. Thank you very much. You take care of yourself. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, come on over here. Come on over.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. With that beautiful hair.
Come on, Malika. Come on. Malika and James, I got your phone. Come on.
Go ahead, take your
Come on.
Come on.
Here we go. In place. Okay. Oh, I got to go this way.
Thank you.
Sitting here, and again, it's like, oh, this is, and then the sister, she's talking about the Atlanta University, talking about, oh, we support you. Folks on social media like, girl, who the hell is we? Who the hell is we? Like, who you speaking about? We support Trump. Well, the folks at Midas Touch, they've been tweeting about this, and they were like, yeah, that was all a lie. Let me show you what they put up. Because they talked about this, saying that what was portrayed as, this impromptu thing, you'll see it right here, breaking, Trump's viral hug at Chick-fil-A was actually with a MAGA operative. It turns out Michaelah Montgomery is a political consultant who worked for the Georgia GOP for years and is a city director for Candace Owens' BLEXIT organization. That sort of blows up that BS nonsense. Kelly?
I mean, and I really hope I'm not, being too mean about this, but I have yet to see a group, a singular person or a group of black people around Trump that looks presentable. And by that, I don't mean like respectability, politics, and politically presentable. I mean, the crusty wig, the ingrown hairs on the beard, the wrinkled shirts, the disheveledness. And it's like you scrape the bottom of the barrel of what we represent. And I'm not saying that we're a monolith or anything like that, but it just goes to show you how far and deep inside our trenches you have to go in order to find black people or any race, really, to stand next to Trump in confidence as though it is a good thing to do, as though you should be proud of doing it. That is like my biggest takeaway from seeing this footage and seeing this content. It's like, this is not a representation of black people. This is not what we are about. And the pandering that these black people have been doing, the groveling that I see them doing in order to be accepted by this very racist, very bigoted, very ignorant white man. It's just astounding to me how far some of us are willing to go in order to feel accepted.
Here's his tweet here, Trump's press secretary. Michaelah Montgomery, who met President Trump at a Chick-fil-A in Atlanta, joined Fox and Friends to discuss why she and so many in the black community are all in for Trump. It was staged. It was a joke, Michael. Come on. That's all it was. It was fraudulent.
What do you expect from a guy who gained fame from a reality TV show? And he wasn't the one that came up with the phrase "you're fired." And according to Joanne Reed on MSNBC, it was the producers of The Apprentice who determined who was going to be voted off as well. So this is expected. Remember, 2015, when he came down that escalator at Trump Tower, we found out that those people there cheering for him, many of them were paid to be there. Okay. Then he came to Metro Detroit. I can't remember whether he was in Detroit or a suburb, but recently he was here in Metro Detroit and visited an auto plant. And we found out that, number one, it was a non-union auto plant, number one. Number two, many of those people who were said to be Trump supporters, they were paid to be there as well. So this is what you get. All right. We have to expose this fraud. And I saw that video today on D.L. Hughley's Instagram page. We have to expose this fraud and these grifters and then present the facts and evidence. Proper documentation ends all conversation. But this is what you're going to get. You're going to get more of this from Donald Trump, who's pandering and can't present any policies that are realistic that are going to help African Americans. Now compare that to what Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Kamala Harris have done, especially with student loan forgiveness that continue today.
Now, and if y'all want to laugh, if y'all want to see a straight up minstrel show, okay, watch this.
On the campaign trail for one voter who got a big hug from Trump at an Atlanta Chick-fil-A while he met with supporters. Watch.
I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump. We support you.
We love you.
Okay, 4 p.m. We've been 4 p.m.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
Please do.
Look at here to tell us about it is that young woman herself, Michaelah Montgomery. She's also the founder of a grassroots political group to conserve the culture. Michaelah, I've been waiting for this interview all morning. So
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
And I've been waiting to say both of y'all out y'all damn minds. Matt, not only that, he goes there and he lies. He mentions, I've done more for HBCUs than any president in history. Flat out lie. He mentions opportunity zones. Flat out lie. I mean, just lie. This was a staged event, and the Republicans are trying to push it out as if, this was just spontaneous, that he just gave a hug to this sister. She's a campaign op.
Can I yield my time to Kelly? Because I know Kelly wanted to get something in. I'm happy to yield that before I get
Kelly's still trying to go in her appearance. So we got it.
It's not just about appearance, Roland. It's just like, for me, I'm about packaging, right? Even if you're an op, even if you are paid to do something and make it look like something else, look good doing it.
I got it. But here's my whole point. She's an op. So what they've done with this is try to play black people. And this is what they do. It's not real, Matt. And again, you send an op there who brings 4 or 5 other loud black people. The cameras come there, and their whole deal is, see, the black people just loving them some Trump. You're an op. You're not real. And so my whole deal is, every time he comes around black people and starts lying, somebody needs to be there saying, you keep saying you've done more for HBCUs than anybody else. How much? Can you give me the number? Can you tell me what did you do? Opportunity zones. Can you tell me exactly how much of that money went to low-income residents, people of color? Please let me know that. They can't tell you.
No, they can't. And that's why right now we need that brother with the viral video. Why you always lying? Why you lying? Right? Notice I saying those partials right. But in any event,
first of all, you talking about my man Allscript. You talking about Scotty. So yeah, go ahead.
Hilarious. That joint had me dying. But in any event, here's the thing. Not only are they lying, it's like we have short memories, because this is the same person who took out a full-page ad calling for the death penalty in response to the exonerated 5. So, 30 years later, to be acting as though you are a friend to black people, or that you have, black support in larger swaths than those who are paid or otherwise incentivized to come and support you, is flatly dishonest. But the thing about this is we see Mr. Trump doing this in not only as it relates to true political events, but selling Bibles. Like, bruh, come on, you are the person who least lives the edicts of the Bible, but you're selling Bibles. But there's such a large contingent of people out there who just are not daunted by that. And that's the bigger issue here, is that it seems like the Trump team is just emboldened to do and say whatever they want, because there's no real political loss and no political accountability for him continuing to lie. But what I think is especially problematic about this is that, look, you know, black people don't have to be monolithic. We are allowed to have our own individual thoughts, but you should never sell your self-respect in order to get clout. And that's what people like this young woman are doing, right? You're going to go and shuck and jive to get your 15 minutes of fame, but it's ridiculous, because if you agree with his policy positions, of which he has none, then, you know, you can trumpet that and say, look, these are my closely held beliefs on his actual policy. But that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing political pageantry, both from those pandering to him and Mr. Trump and his team pandering to black people with high top sales and Bibles. And
it's also no shock when you have Lawrence Jones who will go on Fox News and just blatantly lie and just act just like when he had that other fool with the dude who supposedly was with BLM in Vermont. The most softball of softball interviews, and the dude was just straight lying the whole time. And so, Lawrence, do a fact check. I mean, bump it to a fact. I mean, okay, maybe you don't search for one, but like bump into a fact one day. But again, that's what you see, because what they love to present to their mostly white Fox News audience, hey, here are the blacks. Look at the blacks who are supporting Trump. And I'm going to say this here again for the low information voters out there, the people who don't pay any attention, all of y'all who thought these checks were overflowing to the black community when Trump was there, just want to remind y'all that was COVID. Just want to remind y'all of that. So if y'all actually think that Trump is just going to be flowing checks to the black neighborhood if he actually wins, y'all all need to be drug tested, because it ain't happening. And all of you are going to be in for a massive rude awakening when there comes more tax cuts for the rich and he leaves your broke asses out to dry, like he's done Giuliani, like he's done everybody else who stood with him. But y'all go ahead and play that little game and actually think Trump has your black back. No, he plans on sending your black ass back to somewhere else. Because as he said, why can't we bring in more people from Norway, from Switzerland? What he's saying is white people. Just so y'all know. All right, going to a break. We come back.
Be sure to follow us here on our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, my YouTube channel, Michael Imhotep, Imhotep. Follow us on our social media platforms as well, on Twitter and Instagram. We have the information here on the homepage of our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You can also register for the 10-week online history course that I teach, where we deal with thousands of years of history and what leads up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. This is a class that I created the curriculum. I've been teaching it since 2017, on and off. Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, understanding the transatlantic slave trade, what they didn't teach you in school. So the class is discounted to $60. We're going to do about 12 class sessions, including the first session, which was an overview. We have the class lesson plan here for all 10 or 11 class sessions as well. So you can see the type of content that we cover. You can download the class lesson plans here as well. So we deal with thousands of years of history and what leads up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. We look at some ancient African civilizations, not just ancient Kemet, but also Kush, Ethiopia. We look at Great Zimbabwe. We look at Hannibal Barca and Carthage. We talk about the African Moors as well. We have a preview of the class here also. So you can register for it. Click right here to register for the class. We do the sessions live. All the sessions are archived and recorded, so you can go back and watch it anytime. So a year from now, 2 years from now, you have full access. You can go back and watch the entire course, okay? Our next classes are Saturday, April 6th, Saturday, April 13th, April 20th, April 27th, 2024, and we do the classes usually 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We may have one last class session after April 27th. We have to see how much we can cover. Okay, but as soon as you register, you can start watching the content. And we're going to post the link right here, so you can start watching it right now as soon as you register for the class. The content is PG-13, so you can use this with your children. There are 80 to 100 articles that we reference in the class. There's like 15 books. You don't have to buy any books to follow along in class. And we talk about this here in the lesson plan. Okay, we can't start studying our history in slavery. Even when we study the transatlantic slave trade, which is important, we can't start in 1619 or the 1440s. When the Portuguese get involved, we have to deal with hundreds of years, deal with the 800-year occupation of Europe by the Africans known as the Moors, also deal with some of the history of the Khoisan who go all around the world. There are 200 slides, over 200 slides that I put together in our PowerPoint presentation that we'll look at. There are 80 to 100 articles that we'll reference. So I picked out the articles. There are 15 books that we reference. So we show you excerpts of the book on the screen. You don't have to buy any of the books if you don't want to. They're good for your library if you want to. Also, we'll look at excerpts of interviews that I've done with some of our scholars, like Professor James Small, Professor Kabahai Kamene, Anthony Browder, Tony Browder, who wrote Nile Valley Contributions to Civilization and Egypt on the Potomac. We use those two books. Those are two of the books we use in the class. Also, we'll look at excerpts of interviews that I've done with Runoko Rashidi and some other scholars also. Okay, so we do the sessions live. All the sessions are recorded. You can go back and watch it anytime. All right. That's Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, Understanding the Transatlantic Slave Trade.